Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brad, and I'm actually here in the forest. This is a bit of an impromptu start. I actually had been planning on doing some other things before I actually started the video, but I'm in the forest by my base. My car is parked somewhere over that way. But I wanted to pop in to show you guys something. Yeah, there's the light from my car. I wanted to pop in and show you guys something, because I mentioned something like this before, but I knew that you could find these guys outside of the Scorched, and look at that! I just found one of these guys outside of Scorched. There's a caged farmer right here, uh, defying gravity. Cool. So yeah, that's the thing. I knew that I had found one of these things outside of the Scorched. I have not encountered one in this world. Last time, this whole area was set up on a hill right next to the coast, and I didn't know what that guy was for, so he just started whacking him and rolling him around, and he sank into the ocean. They actually float, I believe. What I was doing was I was just looking around, trying to see if there were any more giant rocks for me to grind, like that, because I need more concrete. Oh, hi. Please go away. And then there's these giant trees. I want to investigate them a bit. Ah, go away. Ooh, I actually could use a couple more of these. Now, I mentioned that I was upset about my whole needing to take apart the bridge thing, but honestly, I realized that it's kind of a blessing in disguise. See, I've got some ideas for really big things that could also be really awesome, but I need a lot of resources. So I've got the resources now. I need pistons, I need controllers, and now I have them. I'm gonna climb this thing. Now, this specific video, I'm going to try and do as little cutting or time lapsing as possible, simply because I have some things I want to actually talk about. And they're going to be a couple of serious things, but also some kind of ridiculous stuff. Oh, that's a good view. So, first of all, I want to address some stuff on my channel. My channel's grown substantially from what it was when I first started doing scrap videos. And I am incredibly pleased with it. I've had a couple of people subscribe. I've had some people that have been coming back and watching my videos, not just clicking on one and then moving on to the next person, but I've actually had people that are watching through the whole video and enjoying this as a series. And that makes me really happy. Like, I honestly didn't expect that. Uh, it's just so bizarre knowing that there's people that actually have shown up minutes after I've put up a video. Multiple times, actually, now that I think about it. It's just, I didn't expect it. So many other people out there. No one's going to try and kill me while I grind this? Cool. But yeah, that's one of the things that I wanted to address. So thank you to everyone who's watched so far. I'm really enjoying this. Seriously, freestanding already? There was nothing supporting that. Let's just have that grind for a sec. Whoop. Oh, that's beautiful. Ow. So that's most of the serious stuff that I want to talk about, actually. So thank you to everyone who's watched so far. I'm really enjoying this series. I'm really enjoying the game. It's just such a good game. Now, on to some of the more ridiculous things that I actually did want to talk about. Uh, I want to talk almost like I'm talking to the game developers at this point, but I know that they're probably not going to see this. Uh, so I actually have been doing quite a bit of work off screen throughout this whole series. Like, that's no surprise. I've been doing uh, stone runs, I've been doing grinding. Like, there's no surprise there that I've been doing a ton of stuff off screen. But some of the things that I'd like to see added to this game, and maybe I might try and figure out how to do mods, but that's a bit beyond what I have uh, experience in. So, some of the things that I'd like to see added to this game, now that it's been out for quite some time, I think it's been out for, like, what? And I'm talking survival specifically, not like creative. Something that I'd like to see that would honestly be really nice is to have some sort of a smart controller system. Because I can think of several things that I want to make that would require way more than just uh, 10 connections. Like, I have a farming system in mind. I've talked about it in the past. Some sort of an automated irrigation system. But that would require way more than 10 connections. And it would require way more actual movement points. Which I can work around that. I can easily work around having it not have enough uh, like, what are they? Like, the rotation editors. I can work around that. I can easily come up with other ways to do that sort of thing. But I'd like to have some sort of a smart controller where if, say, I had a giant thing that had 14 different connections that all needed to be moved at different times. I think it would be great if I could have it so like one thing fires, and then once that is done, the next thing fires, and then once it gets to the end of the first controller, it then goes on to the second controller. Like being able to connect multiple controllers to the same bearing, almost. And whichever one activates first, that's the one that fires first and retracts last. I think that would be a really good idea, and it would be incredibly useful in a lot of different builds. Survival and creative alike, especially in creative, because people can make some really cool things. Like, you just look at the Steam Workshop, and there's so much. I'm impressed every time I look on there. I've looked up things like Half Track, because I wanted to make one of those at one point, and I found a whole host of, like, really convincing player model size, real life like half tracks, but built in Scrap. Like, there's so many incredibly smart players out there who built really awesome things. I think that having this sort of a controller would just let us build more complex things beyond the complexity that we already have. Seriously, still chasing? Go away. Let's see, what else? Armor. That's another big one I want. I'd really like armor. Various pieces of equipment that you can equip and unequip. I think that would just make so much sense, especially in this game. Let's see. The city needs more loot. Again, talked about it. City needs loot. Is that seriously not gone yet? No, that seriously is not gone yet. Perhaps I talked about the resource, like the unmaking thing, where you could grind up various components. Like, I have a ton of pistons up here. Like, I really like to be able to just get rid of a couple of these pistons because I'm not going to use all of them. The controllers, I'm not going to use all of those. But another thing that it would be really useful for is actually warehouses. It gives people incentive to go into the big ones. Like, if you can find level 4 seats and engines and saddles and all the other incredibly overpowered loot there, and you could grind it up, that would be really awesome and really overpowered. Maybe not overpowered. It would make for an excellent utility. And it would give people incentive to go to the big ones. Being able to get even half of the resources back from some sort of a seat would make so much. It would give you so many resources. Like, let's see. I've got 3 seats, a driver's seat. I've got I believe that I got an electric engine here. Like, if I could grind all of that up, even at a level 1, a seat requires what? Cotton, metal, and circuit boards. I could get some cotton, a bit of metal, and a circuit board. Like, that would be awesome. And here, you could get a component kit for it, too. You could get multiple component kits from the 2 engines, component kit from every piston, and heck, maybe not even every piston. Maybe it's like rounded down half the resources. Like, that would just make so much sense to be able to grind things up. I mean, heck, you've already got a grinder. Why not? Why not be able to do that? And maybe you could finally grind the Totebot heads and get circuit boards. So many Totebot heads. Now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to expand on the whole armor thing a bit while I work on getting a bigger outline for my base. So, I've talked about a couple of the various kinds of armor I'd like to see. like some sort of a shield armor and a scuba tank. Like, those would be great. But I think that another good one would be some sort of a mobility thing. Maybe even using a ridiculous amount of resources. Maybe like a jetpack. I could totally see it. You can make thrusters, combine some thrusters and a seats and a bunch of component kits, and yeah, you could absolutely make an argument for having a jetpack. It would make getting around so much easier. It would be incredibly late game stuff, but I really like that. A jetpack would be awesome. Actually, how about what does it take to make thrusters? Oh, right, Metal Block 3. Right. Right. Now, something else would be like I know this would just be adding another aspect for you to worry about to the game, but some sort of a like electricity system, not necessarily power, but electricity. Because I have a bunch of lights, like those don't come cheap, and if you really think about it, these things have been on always. And how much electricity are they using? And where does this electricity come from? So maybe some sort of an electric system. Maybe have something like solar power, so that you like solar panel that you could place down, and if there's like things in the way and shade, like in the forest, it might not work as well. But where there's full sun, it works great. Maybe some sort of a biofuel generator where you could turn crops into, heck, even into gasoline, some sort of a biofuel, like literally biofuel. That would be really cool. Maybe have like rechargeable batteries that you could put in your electric engines. They would consume a bunch of batteries and they'd be non-stackable, but you could use them. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I don't know. I just wanted to do some talking. I have no direction that I'm going with this video. Topbot heads. Really tired of getting them. They're everywhere. They're not just around my base. Ooh, component kit. Maybe some sort of other naturally generated structures. Like, what else? This is a huge world. And sure, there's the city, but what else could there have been? Oh. Oh, here's another one. Some way of putting dirt on a platform. Like, I know that they don't want you to just drive around with food. But I feel like if you had some sort of like a flower pot, you could justify it, have it take up substantially more space and be kind of expensive, but yeah, I could totally justify having a flower pot on here that you could just drive around with, grow food on the go. That, oh dang, that's full. All right, let's craft up metal. Do that real quick. And craft up a bunch of these. Again, I'd really like to be able to craft floats. Like, that would just be so useful. Maybe make it so that way you could, like, drain water from specific areas. Like, if you completely waterlog something... No, that might get a bit too complex. Yeah, that might be asking a bit much, being able to make air pockets. Scuba tank. Still a great idea. Armor, worker's light that you can wear. Like, all of these are amazing ideas I'd really like to see implemented somehow. What else have I got here? I have so much crap in my inventory. I have a lot of wood, or wood 1. There we go. I need to run over to the chemical plants real quick. No, I'm gonna go over there with my big car, because there's stones over there I can grind. I might randomly cut this video. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. There might be gaps when there's just pure silence. I don't know. So, take that with a grain of salt, I guess. The disclaimer, I think. This is still weird to me. Oh, I can't wait to get this. Inventory. Yeah, I do have inventory space. Alright. Whoop. 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 I'm fishtailing. Please stop, car. Thank you. Corn. Stupid corn. Ack. there's a couple rocks. Ooh, that's a nice big rock. Let's grind up the small one next to it first. And it may actually not be small. Oh, there's a ton of rocks over here. No. Oh, wait. There's a ton of rocks right here. Holy cow. This is a giant node. There's three more collections that I can see right now. Just saved your life. How do you feel? As I whack it. There's a ton of mineable rocks over here. What is going on with the drill? Oh, that was so weird. Oh, come on, get over there. Get over there. Cool. I don't know what my plans for this series are. Like, I do really like the game, but I feel like I'm sort of reaching its limits. At least for single player. There's a lot that I haven't experimented with at all, but there's just not much left that I have an ambition to do right now. Like, yeah, I want to go on top of the warehouse and see if I can use this warehouse key I found on the door up on top. Like, I don't know, can I get into the top? Is that a super secret strategy to getting through warehouses super fast? I highly doubt it, but it might. It genuinely might be. You never know. Again, I doubt it, but who knows? There we go. And clunk, 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 and clunk. Cool. I definitely do want to do a live stream 4-story warehouse marathon. I think that'll be awesome. I'll post something about it on my channel like a week before I actually do it, because I'm going to be spending a long time actually getting ready for that. And if you missed the live stream, I'm going to be recording it, and I'll probably upload an unedited version on YouTube, because I don't think that I'm going to stream on YouTube. I've tried before, and YouTube streaming honestly sucks. My last stream was, I think, the Trove stream, and it crashed within like 9 minutes. It was awful. It sucked so bad. And my frame rate throughout the whole stream, the whole 9 minutes, was just garbage. So, yeah, don't think I'm going to be streaming on YouTube next. Might try and do Twitch, but, whatever. Oh, look, there's a guy over there. Oh, there is a crate. I could have sworn that I'd seen one, but I just lost it. It's in the bush. Let's go break a crate. Oh, there's another crate. There's another crate up there. I'm not going for that one, though. Too far away. Cool. Where's my car? Over there. As much as I'd like to say I need the metal, I really don't need all this metal. I need concrete right now. I just want to build a base. Where are you going? What are you doing? Die. Is my chemical base over there? Yeah, I think it's loaded in. Oh, I have, nope, I don't have any of my lights. Nuts. I want a light to put on that base. Oh, you know what? I'll take a light off of my car. I have more lights back at the base. I can easily get another one. Beautiful. That's a good haul from a tiny rock. All but one slot filled? That's actually pretty impressive. So many grinding rocks here. Component kit and component kit. I've been getting a lot of component kits. I'm not going to complain. I do need them. Is that a gold crate? I think that's a gold crate. That's a golden crate. Ooh. What did I get? Soul bag, blast block. blocks. Oh, that's chemicals. I thought that gap was smaller than it was. Oops. That's my lift. I thought that I ran into a bot. There we go. How's that? Oh my goodness, it's full. Ha 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 ha! Yeah! Sweet! That's a full chest of chemicals. I can come back here anytime I want and get tons of chemicals. Beautiful! Beautiful! I swear there was a farm bot or a hay bot following me. I used to call them farm bots, and I called them farm bots for so long, but no, they're hay bots. Just like with the circuit boards, I'm still not used to it. There we go. I tuck those in at the perfect time. That's numb. And I think that I'm going to call it. Let me know what you guys thought of this. I'm curious. I will see all of you next time.